Hello, good morning to all of you. I, Vinayak Machindra Sale, is going to teach system programming. Before starting actual your syllabus, we introduce the subject of system programming. So, what is a system programming? So, you may visualize a computer as a sort of beast and that obeys all commands. Okay, whenever you have started a machine, that that machine obeys all your commands. You are going to refresh, open the MS Word or PPTs or any other things that obeys all these commands, and it has been said that computers are basically people made out of metal, or conversely peoples are computers made out of flesh and blood. So this material is prepared by the people, which is of flesh material. So we get close to the computers, we see that they are basically machines that follow a very specific and basic instructions. So whenever you start a machine, it will follow the algorithmic part, that is start, then next step, whatever is given to that machine, that follow that algorithm with particular instructions. So we'll see first your actual syllabus. There are total 5 units. Unit first is background. In background we will see machine structure, then evaluation of components of a programming system. In that there are 5 parts: assembler, loader, macros, compilers, formal systems. Then machine structure, machine language and assembly language. In that there are 3 parts, that is a general machine structure, machine language and assembly language. Then unit second, that is assembler. In this unit we will see general design procedure, design of assembler. For designing assembler you should know what is the problem statement, then which data structure is going to use, then what is the format of database, which algorithms are going to use, and which model, that is look for modularity. Then table processing, searching and sorting, that is a searching a table, then linear search, binary search. Then different sorting techniques you have studied in data structure, that is interchange sort, shell sort, bucket sort, radix, exchange sort, address calculation sort, comparison of sorts, hash or random entry searching. Then a third unit, that is macro language and the macro processor. So in this we will see macro instructions. Then what are the features of macro facility? In that macro instruction, arguments, conditional macro expansion, macro calls within macros, macro instruction defining macros. Then next point is implementation statement of a problem. So implementation of a restricted family of 2 pass algorithm, then a single pass algorithm, then implementation of macro calls with macros, implementation within assembler, then unit 4, that is loader scheme, in that 6 points: compile and go, general loading scheme, absolute loaders, subrouting languages, relocating loaders, direct linking loaders, other loading schemes such as binders, linking loaders, overlays, dynamic binders. Second point, design of absolute loader. Third point, design of direct linking loaders. In that there are 4 points. What is a specific problem statement? Which specific data structure you are going to use for this linking loader? Then format of that database and which algorithm you are going to use for this linking loader. Then last chapter is compiler. What is the problem statement? There are four types of problems. So problem first is recognizing basic elements. Problem second, recognizing syntactic and interpreting meaning. Then problem third, storage allocation. Problem fourth, code generation, in that optimization by machine independent, optimization by machine dependent assembly phase, then general model compiler, then different phases of compilers. There are total 7 phases of compilers. So there is brief introduction of that 7 phases of compiler. So all your 5 units are covered in one book. Your first book is System Programming by John J. Donovan. So all 5 chapters or 5 units are covered in only one book, System Programming by John J. Donovan by Tata McGraw Hill edition. So what is a system programming? What is the use of that system programming in your syllabus? So in early days of computers, people communicated with them by on and off switches, denoting primitive instructions. So people wanted to give more complex instructions, such as here one expression is given: x minus 30 into y, and given that y is equal to 10. What is value of x? If x is equal to 30 into y and y equal to 10, then what is the value of x? You will get a 300. So present days computers cannot understand such language without the aid of the system programs. So system programs, that is compilers, loaders, macroprocessors, operating systems, were developed to make computers better adapted to need of their users. So further people wanted to more assistance in machines, or, or in mechanisms of preparing their programs. So now you are using a mobile. There are different applications, different apps you are using. So how they run accurately? Before going to generate any app, any software, you should know what is the problem statement, which algorithms we should have to going to use for that, regarding that problem statement. Then what is the structure, basic structure? Then what is compilation code? What is linking? Or different programs may be linked for that app. So for different functions you should have to write a different codes, and all that codes are combined, so or linked together by linking and load in one function. So we'll see in this whole syllabus, that is use of compiler, use of loader, macro processor, and different operating systems, that is use of operating systems. So up till now we have know the different types of operating systems. First operating system is Windows 93, then Windows 95, then Windows 97, then Windows 98, then Windows XP, then Windows NT, then Windows 2003, then Vista operating system, then Linux operating system, Unix operating system, then Fedora, then now Ubuntu. Now you heard different operating systems up till now: Windows 7, 8, 10, 13, 15. Similarly, there are different MS Office, different versions of MS Office from Windows 93 up to Windows 13. There are different versions of MS Office. There is a difference, highly difference or huge difference between Windows 93 up to Windows 13 or 15 or 10. So how they possible to generate high qualified or highly technical these computers, mobiles, whatever? So they have used compilers, loaders, macro processors, then different operating systems regarding different devices. For laptop or mm, computer, there may be operating systems like Windows or Linux, Unix, but in mobile phone there may be operating systems like as Android operating systems. So whenever you are going to use any electronic automatic machine such as oven or freezer or washing machine, so you are setting a particular time. At that time that machines going to close or start whatever instructions you have given. So how they operate? They are operate by particular operating. They are operating by particular instructions. Which algorithms they have used? So what is the algorithm? Algorithm is a set of instructions, or it is a procedure to follow the particular instructions with particular conditions. This is a general definition of. So the basic the general basic the general definition of algorithm is the set of instructions followed by particular machine or instrument. The gen- the general definition of algorithm is a set of instructions which is following by a particular machine. So whenever the machine follows the set of instructions, so they have used a particular data structure. So which type of data structure they are going to use, which sorting searching techniques. So there are different sorting searching techniques you have studied in data structure, such as linear search, binary search, ternary search. Then different sorting techniques you have studied as radix sort, shell sort. Then bucket sort, shell sort, radix sort. Then interchange sort, bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort. So you have studied this data structure, then different algorithms, then compilers, then linkers. Using all of these combinations, we are going to form a particular system, and by using that system, we are inserting a particular program, and through that program, we operate that particular machine. That is a system programming. This is the introduction of system programming. Have any doubt? So,
काय कळीन हो.
hello, have any doubt?
हॅलो.
Huh?
काय समजे नाही सर. आवाज अडकतोय काय कळलं नाही काय.
Okay. In Marathi
हा
चालेल का? मराठीत सांगितलं तर चालेल का?
हा मराठीतच सांगा हो सर.
ओके. तुम्ही ज्यावेळेस एखादी सिस्टम बनवताय, समजा तुम्ही फ्रीजर, तुमच्या घरी फ्रीजर आहे, ओव्हन आहे, किंवा काही असेल, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वस्तू कुठली असेल, ते ऑटोमॅटिक ऑपरेट कशी होते? फ्रीजरला टायमिंग ठेवू शकताय, ओव्हनला टायमिंग ठेवू शकताय, वॉशिंग मशीनला पर्टिक्युलर टायमिंग ठेवू शकताय, किंवा टीव्हीला सुद्धा पर्टिक्युलर टायमिंग ठेवू शकताय. 10 मिनिट्स, 15 मिनिट्स ऑटोमॅटिक ऑन होऊ शकते, ऑटोमॅटिक ऑफ होऊ शकते. ह्या गोष्टी अशा का घडतात, किंवा याच्या पाठीमागचं लॉजिक काय असू शकतं, सांगू शकाल? त्याच्यामध्ये काय काय केलेलं असू शकेल? Which technical part is used in that electronic instruments which follow the rules and regulations automatically? So there are different rules and regulations, such as first rules and regulation is to follow the particular algorithm, to follow the particular function whenever that function is called, to execute a particular program. So in your syllabus, to know all these knowledge with macros, macro functions, macro definitions you have studied in C language. So all in your syllabus is machine instruction, machine language, assembly language. So what is machine language? And our language is natural language. Machine language is artificial language. So for example, C language is middle level language, high level language, or low level language. Hello, I am asking a question. Tell me whether C language is middle level language, low level language, or high level language. Can anybody tell me? You have studied C language. तुम्ही C language शिकलात. बरोबर आहे त्याची.
लेवल. मिडल लेवल.
Hello, middle level. Why it is called as middle level language? त्याला middle level language का म्हटलं? हाय लेवल का नाहीये, लो लेवल का नाहीये? ओके. मशीनची लँग्वेज कुठली आहे? लो लेवल आहे, हाय लेवल आहे, मिडल लेवल आहे.
हाय लेवल.
हा- आणि माणसाची लँग्वेज कुठली आहे मग? आपण जे
माणसाचे
बोलतो,
काय?
माणसाची आपण जे बोलतो मराठी, हिंदी, इंग्लिश, कन्नड, ज्या काही लँग्वेजेस आहेत त्या हाय लेवल आहेत, लो लेवल आहेत का मिडल लेवल आहेत? हॅलो. आणि मशीनची लँग्वेज कुठली आहे? मित्रांनो, मशीनची लँग्वेज ही लो लेवल आहे, माणसाची लँग्वेज ही हाय लेवल आहे. आपण जे मराठी, हिंदी, इंग्लिश, कन्नड, तेलुगू ज्या काही भाषा आहेत त्या सगळ्या ज्या बोलतो त्या हाय लेवलला आहेत आणि ह्या सगळ्या नॅचरल लँग्वेजेस आहेत. ओके. मशीनची लँग्वेज आपण बनवली गेलेली आहे. एखादा डेटा मशीन मध्ये स्टोअर होतोय, तर तो कसा स्टोअर होतो? एखादं डॉक्युमेंट आपण टाईप करतो, ते मशीन स्टोअर कसं करून घेतं डॉक्युमेंट?
Zero and one.
0 and 1. Okay, 0 and 1, it is known as a binary digit. Only two digits, that is 0 and 1. Okay, this binary digit forms a particular set, that is 8 से 8 पर्यंत जर आलं तर तो बीट होतो. 8 बायनरी डिजिटचा एक बीट होतो. ओके. देन बीट, बाईट, देन वर्ड, KB, MB, GB, TB, whatever. सो आता एक फिगर आहे तुमच्या पुढं. फर्स्ट पीपल, देन ऍप्लिकेशन प्रोग्रामिंग, देन कंपायलर, असेंबलर, मॅक्रो प्रोसेसर्स, देन लोडर्स, टेक्स्ट एडिटर्स, डिबगिंग एड्स, सर्चिंग सॉर्टिंग टेक्निक्स, then last IO programming, file system, scheduler, libraries, memory management, and device management. All are linked together with each other. See the figure carefully. हॅलो. यू हॅव ऑब्झर्वड दॅट फिगर. तुम्ही फिगरचं निरीक्षण केलंय? Okay, this input output programs, then file system, these are linked with this loader, then file system and different scheduling algorithms. You have studied in operating system, scheduling algorithm as long term scheduler, medium term scheduler, and short term scheduler. Then round robin scheduling algorithm, time sharing, that is a round robin. Then shortest job first, then shortest time remaining next, STRN or SRTN, shortest remaining time next. These algorithms you have studied. So these scheduling algorithms file systems combined with text editors. There are different text editors such as in Windows, WordPad, Notepad, then in Unix, Fedora, text editors, that is gedit or vi editors. Then libraries, different library functions, memory managements, these are related with debugging aids. Then memory management and device management for searching and sorting algorithms. Then loaders and text editors regarding these compilers. Then text editors and debugging aids related with this, or these are combined with these assemblers or assembles. Then debugging aids and searching sorting algorithms combined with macro processors, and all these compilers, assemblers, and macro processors combines form a instrument, that is application programming, and that application programming operates by different users. So compilers are system programmers that accept people like language and translate into machine language. So how to communicate user with machine? ओके, मशीनला तुम्ही सांगितलं 1+1, मशीन कधीच उत्तर देत नाही, बरोबर? असं का होतं? Hello, have any doubt? I have asked previously one question. Machine level language, which is machine level language, middle level, high level, or low level? And your and before that I have asked a question, C language is middle level, high level, or low level language? So your given answer, C language is middle level language. On that answer there is a question, why C language is called as a middle level language? C language ला मध्य लेवलची लँग्वेज का म्हटलं जातं? Why C language is called as middle level language? The reason is C language communicate with high level as well as low level languages or instruments. What is high level? Different users. Instrument is also user and people's also users. So instrument level language is a low level language, that is assembly language, and human, that is natural languages, are high level languages. So how to know what is the question asked by a particular user to that machine, or what is the exact answer of that question? So there are different procedures, different algorithms to follow rules and regulations. So compilers are the system programs that accept people like language and translate into the machine language, and machine language. So and store that data into binary format, 0 1 format. Loaders are the subsystems. Loaders are systems programs that prepare machine language program for execution. Macro processors allow programmers to use abbreviations. What is abbreviation and what is acronym? You are suppose you are writing a code C language for addition of two numbers. So you are taking two numbers as an integer. You are writing word only int, not a full writing integer integer. You are not writing. So here used as abbreviation in macro processor, and that allows to programmer to use abbreviation instead of full word integer. Similarly, in case of character also, char, we are using char, not a full word. So this macro processor allows programmer to use abbreviations, short forms. So operating system and file system also allow flexible storing and retrieval of informations as shown this figure. Then next, so there are suppose 1 lakh computers used now in virtually every application. So the productivity of each computer is heavily dependent upon effectiveness, efficiency, and sophistication of system programmers. Any electronic instrument you are used and that depend on effectiveness, efficiency, efficiency, and a program easy, friendly handling of the system programmings. What is a machine structure? So every machine have input output processor, then central processing unit. This input output processor and central processing unit is combined connected with memory. So memory have input output processors. There are two types of input output processors: by card reading or punch and database, and second by printer and screen or teletype. Then third, a CPU. So memory is a device where information is stored. Processors are the device that operate on this information. One may view information as being stored in the form of 0 and 1. So all the information in the memory is stored in binary format. So each one and a 0 is called as a separate binary digit called as a bit, and bits are typically grouped in units called as words, characters, or bytes. Memory locations are specified by addresses where each address identifies specific byte, word, or character. So contents of word interpreted as a data or instructions. What is a processor? Processor is a device that performs a sequence of operations specified by instructions in a memory. Processor is a device that performs a sequence of operations specified by instructions in memory. What is a program? Program or procedure. It is a sequence of instruction. Memory may be thought as a mailboxes containing group of ones or zero. Okay, here a set of instructions is given as a series of memory locations such as this addresses 10,000, then 10,001 and 10,002. So 10,000 address is used halt instruction. 10,001 instruction interprets the halt instruction. Suppose you have pressed 10,001 for this is the example, not a particular instruction. For this example, instruction is given as 10,001 for stop the that instruction. Suppose you went in ATM, then there are some instructions they have given for cancel the transaction. Use 004, 065, 058. So that instructions are is used for the particular series of operations. This is the introduction of your syllabus. So we will stop now. We are going to stop now. If anybody have any doubt, then they can ask. Otherwise, write your roll number and leave the session. Hello, have any doubt? तुम्हाला काही शंका आहे का? समजलं नाहीये काय? फक्त आपण डिस्कशन सिलेबसचं केलंय. सिलेबस मध्ये काय काय असणार आहे? ऍक्च्युअल सिलेबस स्टार्ट केलेला नाही. हॅलो, हॅलो. We are going to stop.